Hello and welcome to Britt and Toni Art. I'm Toni.
And I'm Britt, and we are here in the studio today to do some more art journaling. Today we're going to do another tree, and we're going to use cut out paper, so it'll be a bit like a collage. There'll be lots of sticking, gluing and cutting.
I'm going to start by gessoing my page.
And while Toni is gessoing her page, I will start cutting out some leaves for my tree. And the paper we're using today is all scraps that we have put leftover paint on. They are perfect to use, and we print out some background paper as well.
Okay, I'm just going to start by adding some paint to my page, and I've chosen some purple and yellow. And I'm going to use this old card to scrape the paint. I really love this technique. You can use either side of the card. And I'm going to put in a little bit of yellow here as well. Just going to go across here for the yellow. I really like the way that it makes quite a lot of texture on the paper. And I'm going to go back and add some.
Lovely. Yellow and purple. Such a nice combination, isn't it?
It is, isn't it? But what I really love about it is it makes all these lines, and it just makes it a little bit different from using the paintbrush.
Yeah.
So I'm just going to do that, and then I'm going to add a little bit more yellow, I think.
Yeah.
So this is going to be the background to my tree.
While Toni chose to use the card, I'm just putting the paint straight on, and I've chosen blue, and I'm probably going to put some pink, but you can use as many colours as you like. We like to use acrylics mainly, but we also use sometimes inks. But today it's all acrylic for the background before we will glue the actual tree on. And then we dry it with a hairdryer to speed it up.
And it's nice having two colours for the background, isn't it?
Yeah. I don't always put the paint straight on the page, but today I'm just going for it. There we are. So my page is dried now, and I'm just going to use the same kind of leftover paper to make a tree trunk. I don't always draw it first like you. I just try freehand, and then if it doesn't work, I'll do it again. And I just cut something and see if it fits. I think that's okay, and then we'll just stick the leaves around like this. So these are the cut out leaves that I did with the edge this kind of scissors, and this one piece of paper glued into another piece of paper.
I'm just cutting out some leaf shapes now. I've got some old paper here that I've put paint on. You know, when you're doing a project you have leftover paint. I just put some leftover paint onto a spare piece of paper like that, and then I use these pieces of paper later on. So I'm just cutting out little leaf now.
So I just cut out my leaf freehand. Toni likes to draw them on first. That's fine. So once I have a leaf like that, I like to find another. So this is just some painted paper, some old paper. This is something I've printed out, and I like to choose a slightly different colour for the second layer of the leaf. And when I'm happy with the kind of shape and colour, then I just stick that on. I think maybe that's a little bit big, so I can make it a little bit smaller by just cutting again. And if you don't have this kind of scissor, just use a normal plain scissors. That's better, that fits better. So then I just get the glue, stick it on, and it doesn't have to be straight or anything. And then I find a space for it on my tree.
Just using these leaves, they're very colourful, and I'm just sort of like overlapping them a little bit because I quite like like the texture when it builds up. So I've got lots of different sizes of leaves. And I'm just going to fill that space with loads of leaves. And I don't mind it if it lifts up from the page a little bit either.
Do you need another cup of tea? Are you okay?
Oh, always another cup of tea for me in a minute.
Okay, I'll put the kettle on. I'll just stick on some more leaves.
That's it. I really think it's so great when we use up old papers, isn't it?
We got so many. We got enough to make loads of different projects. Today is the tree.
Today is the tree. That's it. I'm trying to layer up my leaves, but it is looking a little bit full now, which is good.
It reminds me a bit of when you see the colours about patchwork, when people do patchwork in.
Oh yes, that's right. That's so nice, isn't it?
Yeah, I've never done that before. Have you?
No, I've never done patchwork. No, I did sew a little bag a couple of weeks ago. That was amazing.
Okay.
I just learnt to sew a little bit. So yeah, I made a little bag. I was so pleased with this little bag.
Have you got a sewing machine then?
I have, yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah, my mum and dad used to sew a lot. They used to sew all our clothes when we were growing up. My dad was a trained tailor.
Oh, really?
Yes, but myself, I've never really, I don't know, I find it quite fiddly with a needle, and then I don't do it in a straight line, but you can get some amazing sewing machines today though. There's lots you can do.
Oh yes, did you never learn to sew from your dad?
No, not really.
No.
No, he did it all for me.
Yeah.
A bit lazy.
That's what happened with me.
I doesn't have the patience. Knitting and sewing is not, but my family did a lot of that. My auntie used to knit me all these lovely jumpers with lovely Norwegian patterns on.
Oh really? Yeah. Oh lovely.
So,
and you never learnt to knit as well?
Oh no, we did learn at school, but if I tried to knit, I would start with something like this, and then I went in like that, and it got smaller and smaller, and then sometimes it just, the scarves, I could never make a straight scarf, so I have friends that are good at knitting, so I can always order something from them.
You can order something, yeah, that's right.
I'll stick to painting, gluing, cutting, gardening.
Gardening, yes, you love gardening, don't you?
But not any sewing or knitting, not quite for me.
I was the same though. I was brought up with my mum and my nan sewing all the time, and I never learnt to sew then because they used to just say, "Oh, bring the pattern." I used to go and get the pattern, get the material, and then they would just make everything. And I never learnt to sew, so now I'm catching up and just learning to sew.
It's never too late, is it?
No, it is nice if you can.
Yeah,
just
I
learn
kind
a few
of wish
things.
I could have learnt a bit more from them, but I don't know, when you're young, you're busy and not always that interested. But it's coming back almost like a really popular thing to do, isn't it?
Oh yes, absolutely.
Knitting
and
crochet.
Oh yes, I can crochet. I like crocheting. I can only do squares. I can't do anything else.
Oh, but you can make these lovely blankets, can't you? You do lots of squares and you sew them together.
Yeah. I have made a couple of blankets so far.
Well, my tree is nearly full.
Yes,
How are
I
you
was just going to say actually, I think my tree is nearly done, and I'm getting braver. I'm trying to do a little bit of freehand.
Oh, you're not drawing it on now.
No.
Yeah, go for it, Toni.
I know, I did draw them all on the back, but I thought no, I can have a go.
Yeah.
So I'm nearly finished. So what do we do after we've stuck all of our leaves onto our tree?
Well, we've got to decide what else we want on there, if anything else. Because we can always add things to the leaves, we could add things to the background. We can add words, we can add glitter, buttons, more paper.
More paper,
yeah.
Oh,
pens.
Yeah, birds. Pens, yeah.
Pens. Yeah, last tree I did butterflies, so I'll do something different this time.
Yeah, this is lovely.
Yeah,
it's knowing when to stop adding leaves, isn't it? It's so nice to be able to add leaves. I'm nearly finished my tree now, and I just thought I've got a little bit of green paper left, so I'm going to add some green leaves to the paper as well. And then I think I'm nearly done.
I would like to add some birds to my tree, which is what I've done here before. And I'm just going to try to copy by freehand. This is from a bird I took photo of once, and I'm just going, it doesn't have to be a perfect. As long as it looks like a bird. This is a hummingbird, like that. With a smaller bird there, and then I'm just going to cut them out and put them somewhere in my tree. And again, this is just a piece of leftover paper with leftover paint.
I'm going to add some gold glitter to these leaves as well. So I'm just going to pick out a few leaves. Just add a little bit of gold glitter to them. There we go.
So as some of my leaves are going over the actual border, I'm going to peel the border off afterwards. I'll make sure that they are not glued on completely so I can lift it without ripping them. But I could have tried to keep inside the border, would have made it easier, but just as a tip.
I'm going to add some gold leaf to my tree. I know I've got some glitter there, but I think I would be happier if I added some gold leaf. So I'm just going to try and add some gold leaf on my tree.
So I've heated up the tape before taking it off to avoid ripping too much off the paper. I can stick that back on. I know I said I'd finished, but I suddenly thought I'd like to frame in a little picture, and I've picked a green that I think is picked up in the leaves as well. So I just thought it could be a nice idea, if you have taped your picture, is to actually draw another colour around it, just to kind of finishing it off. Yeah. Bit more tricky up here, but I think I'll just do a little bit here and there where I can see the blue. Oh, I'm doing it out a ruler here. Just fooling around. Quite like that.
Thank you very much for joining us today. We hope that you've enjoyed the video, and if you have a go at doing trees in your journal, we would love to hear your feedback. So please leave us a comment in the comments box.
Yes, and don't forget to give us a thumbs up and subscribe if you like what you see and you want to follow us and see more videos like this. And we also have a Facebook page and an Instagram page where you can see some more of us and what we do. See you next time. Bye.
Bye.